Today the focus is going to be on beginning the process, just beginning the process of adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. The question that we would ask is, why do we need to have a common denominator? Well, if you kind of take a look at this particular picture here, I want to take 1/2 and add it to 1/4. If I take a look at the size, there's a 1/4 piece, there's a 1/2 piece. I'm not adding pieces of the same size. So somehow or other, you've got to be able to make it to the same size in order to be able to do that. This is 1/2. This is that box broken into 2 pieces. That's what 1/2 is. 1/4 is the same box broken into 4 pieces. So you're not counting the same size pieces. So then you would say, well, then what would I actually need to do? Well, what I would actually need to do is to take 1/4 or 1/2 and make sure it's the same number of pieces. See, 4 is the number of pieces, 2 is the number of pieces. I want to count the same number of pieces, the same size. So you do that by making 1/2 into fourths, by multiplying by 2/2. This becomes 2/4. Now I've got 2 pieces of size 1/4 and 1 piece of size 1/4. How many pieces of size 1/4 do you have? So if I have 1 piece of size 1/4, or 2 pieces, and then 1 piece of size 1/4, how many pieces of size 1/4 do you have? 3. So 4 tells you essentially what size that you are dealing with. So it's not 2/6. 2/6 is not 3/4. Which means, that means you'd be adding the numerator, then you'd be adding the denominator. Doesn't make any sense. You need to have things of the same size. That's what your common denominator gives you, are things of the same size. So the next question I would have is, how do I find that common denominator so I can add the fractions together? Well, we found that if I had 1/2 and if I had 1/4, that what I needed to do was make sure that they were the same size. Well, I could turn 1/2 into fourths by multiplying by 1, but a very special one. That was 2/2. That's how I got the 2/4 plus 1/4, which then became, as what we did yesterday, denominators are the same. You add the numerator, which is 3/4. So I'm counting the same size pieces. Algebra's the same way. But here's the thing. Then what do? How do you make sure that you can get the denominators to be the same? And that's what our focus is today. Our focus is, how do we find the correct denominator? With arithmetic, it's easy. Algebra is much more complex.